Most people find themselves stuck trying to decide whether to treat their room with absorption or diffusion panels, and this is where a lot of people easily get it wrong. Whatever you decide here will determine your overall audio experience and can either fix your room issues or mess them up even more. A lot of people jump straight into diffusers thinking they're more advanced and automatically better, so they fill their room with them and then wonder why they're still dealing with sound issues. That's not how it works. Here's the real difference. Think of absorbers as sound sponges. They soak up sound reflections and reduce echo, giving you a drier, tighter, more controlled sound. Diffusers do the opposite. They don't absorb sound, they scatter it, spreading reflections evenly so the room feels more natural and alive. So it's not that one is better than the other. They're only doing their jobs in very different ways. One removes the bad reflections, the other reshapes them. So the real question isn't which one is better, it is which one actually suits your acoustic needs. Which one do you need for your room and daily tasks? Most people go with absorbers only, and that's a solid approach in most cases. They're more affordable, easier to handle during installation since they're relatively lightweight compared to diffusers, and for most rooms, they solve the biggest problem right away, which is echo and harsh reflections. So if you're looking for a more budget-friendly solution, absorbers alone will get the job done. But if you want to experience a more balanced, natural sound throughout your space and you're willing to invest a bit more, combining absorbers and diffusers is where things really start to level up. The absorbers will remove the bad echoes while the diffusers will keep the room alive. This setup is ideal for recording, mixing, home theaters, or any serious listening space. Here's a simple rule. Start with absorbers, then add diffusers later if you need them. When choosing absorbers, make sure the core material is a fiber-based insulation like rock wool, fiberglass, cotton, or sheep wool. Try to avoid the cheap acoustic foams you often see. They don't perform nearly as well for proper sound treatment. If you do want to go with foam, melamine is a much better option and offers significantly better performance. When it comes to diffusers, you'll want to stick with proven designs like quadratic residue or 3D skyline diffusers. These are industry standard and are widely used in professional environments for critical audio work. Now, if your goal is simple, like reducing noise or improving speech clarity in an office, bedroom, or classroom, you don't need diffusers. Absorbers will handle that for you. Diffusers won't. Now, can you go all diffusers? Technically, yes. This will not only make your room sound lively, it will also make it feel more spacious and immersive, which is why this approach is sometimes used in home theaters and listening rooms where spatial, immersive sound is needed. Audio engineers sometimes adopt this approach if required for their tasks. The only issue is that diffusers are significantly more expensive. But if you've got the bucks, then sure, go for it. There's also the visual side of things. Some people prefer the clean, modern look of absorbers, while others like the natural wood look of diffusers. But if you're serious about sound quality, you obviously want to prioritize performance over looks. Now, what about those acoustic panels with wooden slats or overlays? You've probably seen them all over the place. These are hybrid panels. They mainly act as absorbers, with a small amount of surface scattering at higher frequencies. So they help control reflections while still keeping the room from feeling too dead. But it's important to understand they're not true diffusers, and they don't perform at the same level as designs like quadratic residue or 3D skyline diffusers. Now, if you want to learn how to treat your room properly from start to finish, we've got a full step-by-step guide where we break everything down, what to use, where to place it, and what specs to look out for in an absorber or diffuser. That video will be on your screen at the end. And if you're interested in building your own absorbers or diffusers, we've got full DIY guides on this channel as well. Again, these videos will be shown on your screen at the end. But if DIY isn't your thing and you simply don't have the time and energy for it, we've got you. Feel free to visit our website, check out our collections. We'll take care of the build and deliver high-quality, professionally made acoustic products right to you. If you found this video helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone setting up their own studio. If you've got any feedback, thoughts, or questions, drop them in the comments. We'd be happy to hear from you. Thanks for watching.